scouting's come up a number of times when I've been discussing coaching and ways into coaching, how to be a professional coach. And again, similar to coaching, there's sort of layers to it. So you can be, before you become a scout, you can be somebody that identifies players, and then the scout will go and look at them. I kind of got into scouting by accident, really. I had a couple of friends. One was a scout at Manchester City, and one was a scout at Manchester United. And I think I'd just come back from South Korea, and I didn't have a job at the time, and asked if I wanted to come and watch some football. I think it was up in Carlisle or somewhere. So yeah, I would just kind of have a day trip, go and watch some football, and then started to get curious about it. And obviously, he would talk through his process, who he was looking at, whether they liked him or not, and areas of strengths and weaknesses, and what they would grade them. And then that was the same with Manchester United. And again, starting to get access to different age groups, and as they progressed, I would sort of tie in with them, and then I was able to sort of get access into this age group. So this was sort of happened by accident. They needed a player for me to go and watch a player and just write up a little report. Now, the reports I had seen, I'd seen Mourinho and Andre Villaboas dossiers, and because it was Manchester City, I kind of did the same standard. And with the university background, I knew how to compile and present a document that looked a certain way and had a certain level of quality. Man City were really impressed, and then I got a job with Man City. And again, that was something that wasn't planned, but it got me access, and again, it got me contacts. And as well with the scouting, you get free tickets to go to different games, and then you're meeting people again. I would say if you're coaching, you're doing a couple of nights or 3 nights, don't be afraid to speak to the scouts. Try and get into the scouting as well, and that'll just give you a little bit of maybe extra work, if not time watching games. And that it really is one of the most important things is watching. The more football you can watch, the better, and that's going to give you this eye that takes years to train. And again, if you're looking to break into the pro game, the sharper your eye, the better. But again, the scouting will link in with the coaching. You'll start to know the players, you'll start to know the parents. You'll know what they're good at, what they're not so good at, areas that can be developed, and the scout will give their opinion on what they think of the player, and then you can align yourself with it on if you think that can be coached, because sometimes players get overlooked, and a little bit of coaching it could be a good player. And it's the opposite of that. If the scout sees a player, thinks that he's good, but really he's sort of reached his potential and can't really be coached a great deal more. So yeah, definitely industry that you should look into. If you're struggling to break into the coaching, there definitely will be opportunities to do that, especially if you're willing to travel. And again, don't be worried about sort of getting sidetracked into a different industry or different to coaching. Just put a timeline on it. Just say, this season I'm going to do some scouting alongside the coaching, or I'm going to concentrate on the scouting, and then I can guarantee you by the end of the season you'll be a better coach for it. It made me a better coach anyway.